Do you want early access? Do you want uncut reactions? If so, then check out our Patreon. Link in the description down below. The end is finally here. Oh my Lord in heaven. I can't believe it. Don't cry and don't be sad that it's over. Be glad that it happened and be happy that you were here to see it. Much like us, I'm glad that I was able to start this series with you and finish it with you, man. Mm-hmm. Every single one of these we go through, I am grateful for the fact that I'm able to finish these with you.
Well, technically, you didn't start this one with me. We started this one separately from each other, but
well,
we came together on season 2.
Exactly, but okay, that's the thing, though. We came together and we watched it from where we agreed upon. And who knows, maybe we'll go back and rewatch the series. Maybe I'll go back and rewatch the series with Kate. Because Kate's very interested in the stuff that we're watching, and Attack on Titan is something I think she'd be interested in. I'm glad that we're here to watch the end of this. It's the end of the line for Attack on Titan. Let's see what happens. Are you ready?
I suppose so.
Let's go.
Eren.
They finally kissed. But kind of a fucked up way.
I'm sorry, my sense of humor is way too dark. I shouldn't be laughing.
I shouldn't. Okay, I know a lot of shippers are upset right now because they didn't kiss while Eren was alive.
あくまでありながらパラディ島に背き、人道を貫いた。この世で最も敬意を表される存在になるはずだ。
それじゃあ巨人大戦後のタイバー家みたいに壁外人類の報復からパラディ島を守れっていうの。
See, I thought that was basically like at the end of the previous segment, not that we watched this time, like not this last piece in these 3, but the end of the one before that.
Yeah.
Before we had to wait again.
Yeah.
I kind of said, that is a good point. If all these people here watch them take out him and stop the rumbling, that could actually possibly redeem the Paradise Island people in their minds.
Well, it would redeem the Paradisians in the eyes of, all the people on the mainland. And honestly, I mean, if that was Eren's overall goal...
Yeah, I just didn't put together that was actually his plan the entire time.
もうみんなも君の思い通りに英雄を演じるつもりはないよ。
I don't think you'll have a choice.
してくれる誰かを求め続け、ついに現れた。それがミカサだ。
ミカサって言った？
始祖の力がもたらす影響には過去も未来もない。同時に存在する。だから仕方がなかったんだよ。べきじゃなかった。だから見逃した。
Oh man.
Really? Damn.
ミカサのことだ
That
よ。
just hurt my brain very
エレ
much
ンのこと
there.
を忘れて誰かと幸せに生きて
I
い
feel
け
like
る
my
と
brain
思う
just got salted.
君が望んだ通りに。
さあ、わかんねえ。
命がけでずっとエレンだけを見てきたミカサに俺のことは忘れろで済まされると思っているのか。
できるなんて一生俺だけを思っててほしい。俺が死んだ後もしばらく10年以上は引きずっててほしい。
Jesus, you're so selfish.
諦めずに探そう。他の道がないか。
ダメだ。
There's
俺
not
と
another
同じで
way
み
at
んな
this
死にた
point.
くなかったはずだ。
He literally created an ocean of blood.
俺は平らにしたかったんだ。
Well, in that regard, you succeeded.
この景色が見たかった。
Just pulp, hair, and teeth.
バカだからだ。
Jesus.
どこにでもいるありふれたバカが力を持っちまった。
いない自由な世界をエレンに想像させたのは僕だ。
The sea.
それは
You wanted to walk.
やっと気づいてくれたのか。いつでも足元にあったのに、これは僕たちがやったことだ。だからこれからはずっと一緒だね。あればだけど地獄で 8割の人類を殺した罪を受けて苦しむんだ。
アルミン、時間だ。消すが全てが終わった時にまた思い出すだろう。
Oh, so all of that happened back before. That's why they were talking like they hadn't started yet.
Yeah.
Mikasa がもたらした選択の結果が巨人の力をこの世から消し去ることになるって。
律儀なクソバカ野郎め。
So they did kill the thing.
お前ってやつは
Taking him out.
エレンがよ、母ちゃんも人に戻るって。
私たちに長生きしろって。
Oh, so she is
私
alive.
もお話したかったな。
お前ら見ていてくれたか。これが結末らしい。お前らが捧げた。
Yeah. Erwin and Haji, the two that he trusted the most. Let him flow, Captain. Sasha. Good.
これ以上何もいらなかったんだよ。あのところで眠らせてあげて。
I think I know a place.
ここで居眠りしてた。
Yep,
いい場所だと思う。
that's where I figured.
もう我々はただの人だ。
証明できるか。今ここで。
こちらが未だ巨人の力を有しているなら力を使って抵抗するでしょう。ですが銃口を向けられた今も無力なままであることはパラディ島のエルディア人アルミン・アルレルト進撃の巨人エレン・イェーガーを殺したものです。
あなただったのね。長い悪夢だったと思う。もう奪われた命は帰ってこない。おやすみなさい、ユミル。
Just like that, she's gone.
起った人類の報復を恐れて島は一丸となり声を上げます。勝てば生きる、負ければ死ぬ。戦わなければ勝てない。エレンだけの選択ではありません。私たちの選択がもたらした結果が彼が私たちに望んだ人生ではありませんが、彼が望もうと望むまいと私たちには託されました。
誰に見せるつもり？
歴史の教科書を読む女学生に。
馬の図鑑と間違えてないか。
お前の寿命が伸びて残念だよライナ。
パラディ島
押し付けた世界の英雄の役がこれだ。何が長生きしてほしいだよ。
なんだ兄、今さら生きて帰れるつもりで船に乗ったのかよ。
まさか。でもあんたたちだって花からまだ殺されないさ。パラディ島のみんなは知りたいはずだから、僕たちの物語を。
Hey.
Damn, he's completely blind in one eye.
その全てを話そう。
We saw everyone else except for. Yeah.
もうすぐみんなが会いに来るよ。あなたに会いたい。マフラーを巻いてくれてありがと
Is it going to show a time lapse of just all the seasons changing and eventually, like, you see the town expand out and stuff? Yep, knew it.
It kind of looked like she might have met someone else and married
Maybe.
them and had a kid. But they still visited his grave all the way up until she was old.
And that's her.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
And the tree grows tall and strong.
Oh, Jesus.
Hate to say it, but we humans never learn, do we? Destruction. Boom. Oh no. And thus it begins again.
No fucking way.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's like basically at some point in the far future, like the Titans will return, I guess.
Oh my god. Oh.
At least I
Damn.
assume that's what that's implying.
Well, yeah, because it's literally the same looking tree that Ymir walked into and fell in and found the source. Oh my god. What a freaking
Overall,
show.
I mean, like, pretty cool ending, I guess. Everybody's gonna hate me, but I really wish they had I do and I don't, I guess. It's like Alien. Like, sometimes it's like just scarier not knowing where something came from, but in this case, when it's not trying to preserve horror, I kind of would have liked to know more than just like, oh, she found a weird, creepy creature in a tree. That's where the Titans came from. Know what I mean? Like,
Well,
why? What did that come from? What?
Well, they sort of give a semblance of what it is by
But
them
it's
talking about
so
it, by
fucking
saying...
vague.
Well, yeah, and in truth, the vagueness, I think, adds to the mystery. Because truth is, the way they talked about it, it was basically a living organism that had survived so long and was waiting for someone to find it. Basically, I would like to have known as well, but knowing, I think, would have probably been a disservice.
I guess so. I think even knowing that much was a little bit of a disservice to like the Titans and where they came from originally. I think it would have been better to leave it even more vague than that. They gave you just enough that it's almost kind of like, really?
Basically, yeah.
But overall, like, wow.
Yeah.
That was quite something.
Indeed it was. Yes. Jesus Christ.
I really, like, too much happened. I don't know how to really give a good reaction to that. I don't know how to put my thoughts together here in the few minutes that we have before we end this recording.
And that's the thing. I think in
there's
terms
too
of it,
much to go over.
In terms of it, yeah, I think there is way too much because we just witnessed the end of like one of the modern like greats of like Japanese anime and manga, and honestly, I'm probably not gonna know how to feel about it until I think about it a lot more than what the last 5 to 10 minutes after we initially see it can convey. It's much like when I listened to Demon Days by the Gorillaz for the first time. I thought it was pretty good when I first listened to it, but then the more I listened to it and the more I came to think about it and appreciate it, I was like, oh my god, this is tremendous. And it's just like whenever, Evangelion, the final Evangelion film, watching it, at the end of it, I was just like, I sat in silence for about 10 minutes thinking about it, not saying a word, because of just how much was thrown at me and what all I'd seen. And to know that this was the end of an over almost 20-year journey for a creator and his work. I just sat there in silence and just couldn't find any words to say. But after enough time, I was able to like gather my thoughts and put everything in a way where I felt comfortable with. Same thing with this. I guarantee you, years from now, I'm gonna feel a certain way about it, and then years down the line, my opinions are probably gonna change about it. Who knows?
I kind of wish that this had managed to wrap up a little sooner than it did.
I think so too.
Because not in terms of like them shortening it, just the release window.
I wish it would have come out sooner.
Because I hate to say it, like this was like my favorite thing ever when it first started. And I was like, this is like the anime now, you know, like this is like the thing that might stand up to Cowboy Bebop. In the end, I think it's still one of the biggest like top 10 probably shows they've ever done. But now Jujutsu Kaisen's out, and I'm just like, I just care about Jujutsu Kaisen. Know what I mean? Like, yeah, I care about Jujutsu Kaisen now the way I cared about this when it first started, and even the way I cared about this when I saw like, you know, season 3. But it's just taken so long that I'm just like, I've kind of moved on to like Jujutsu Kaisen's like my new favorite thing. And I still wish that this was still one of my favorite things when we finished it. Because now that it's more like a thing that I'm just like, yeah, I really liked it. Like, I really like things about it. But, like, you know, I don't really know how I feel about the fact that it's ending now.
This is why I'm envious.
Like, I would have been, like, a lot more just like, this was one of the greatest things. Like, and just excited. But my thoughts are just kind of elsewhere at this point, I guess.
Well, and here's the thing about it. I'm envious of people who are going to watch this in its entirety and not have to wait like we did.
Exactly.
I'm envious of people like that. Just like I'm envious of people who will be able to go through the entire Infinity War saga from tip to tip, and
I'm not so much with that because I have a feeling if they're anything like me, there's a good chance they'll burn out before they get to the end of it.
Well, that's the thing. I'm not like they'll be able to take it at their own pace. Much like this. Take it at your own pace. Because there's stuff for me, like, you know, I can binge certain stuff to no end. But it's not stuff that I consider top 10 stuff. It's something that's easily digestible. Whereas there's stuff that's in my top 10 that I would not recommend binge watching. That I would recommend taking it at your own pace. And whenever you feel like watching another episode, then you watch it. Because sometimes it takes you a day or so to digest one episode or a trio of episodes that you just watched. You're just like, you'll just have to sit and think about like how it makes you feel. And I think it's important to do that with art. Is that you have to, like, there's immediate reactions like what we do here. You know, it's like, haha, reactions. But to actually sit back and digest what we just watched, it's going to take time because there's a lot here. But either way, we got to end this recording so we can get to other stuff. But anyway, thank you all very much for tuning in. And I guess until next time, signing off, I'm Nate.
I am Nick.
Take care, everyone. We'll see you in the next one.